you guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got a special video today because I got something that I am super excited about. I wanted to just share it with you, show you how it looks, a quick unboxing. Of course, I've already unboxed it and I have read already on it, but I just got it like a few days back and I wanted to show it to you and give you my impressions and why I think this is good or bad or everything that I feel about the Kobo Libra Color. So I'm going to start off with the Kindle because I have been a Kindle girly all my life. I've had this Kindle for a really long time and I've had, I think, 3 or 4 Kindles before this one. So for a really long time I have not read on any reader that's not a Kindle, and I actually enjoyed the Kindle. It was fun while I had it. The only problem that I remember having with the Kindle is I had to constantly use Calibre, which is an app or tool for me to convert my books, and then I needed to convert it to the format that the Kindle supported and then load it in the Kindle. It was a hassle, but I still used to do it. It didn't really like bother me as much. So I actually enjoyed the Kindle for a really long time. And that is until I met the Kobo Libra Color. I swear, when I saw this, I lost my mind. I actually saw the Kobo Libra Color on Instagram. A few people had bought it. I think they got some PR box about it. I don't know, but it was... I did see it a lot on social media and I was tempted to get it, but I hadn't read on my Kindle for a long time, and when I tried to like connect it back, it started glitching. I really don't know why. It's been quite some time since I read on my Kindle, and it was not working properly. So I decided that it was time to toss away my Kindle and get a Kobo Libra. The Kobo Libra is obviously more expensive than my Kindle. I remember getting my Kindle for about 8,000, 9,000 rupees if I'm not wrong. But this one came to about 20,000, which is, I thought, uber expensive compared to the Kindle. But I think the Kindle that you get now on Amazon is about 15k, so it's sort of like around the same range. There are no other Kindles on Amazon right now in India, and it's quite a bummer because there are actually a lot of really nice colorful Kindles available in US and UK, and I don't know why they didn't bring it to India. And for a brief period of time, even the current Kindle that's listed on Amazon was not there. So I kind of got really bummed with Amazon because they did not really have Kindles in India for quite some time when I wanted to change this e-reader to another Kindle. And also it was expensive for kind of like the same product. I don't think that was anything, the current product is anything better than this. So this is like the basic one which used to come, and I thought if I'm paying 15k, it needs to be at least better than this, and it isn't. And you also have Kindle Scribe and other kind of Kindles where you can actually highlight and there are colors and things like that, but those are not in India. And I don't know, I just got really upset and I did not want to buy the 15k Kindle. So I decided that I am going to splurge and get the Kobo Libra Color and see how it is. And I am telling you this, you guys, this has been the best decision that I made. I was a little skeptical at first because it's really difficult if you've always read all your life on Kindle and then suddenly you're moving to a different e-reader. But I decided to take the plunge, and I think that was the best decision I made because even the box looks super good. And then I open it up. Obviously, I already started reading, so that's my Kobo Libra in there. And I am currently reading The Blunders by David Walliams. So if you can see, it says sleeping and it says 32% read. And I got this version of the Kobo Libra which has buttons on this side, and that again I think is one of the best decisions I made because it's so much fun pressing the buttons. I mean, the buttons are so convenient. I did not think I needed buttons because Kindle doesn't have buttons, and you just have to like touch the screen to move to the next page. But somehow I felt like this is more book size than this. This is a little thicker than this also, I feel. I don't know, but this feels so easy to use and it's so user friendly, and it's just perfect. and I'm gonna show you how color looks on this. And okay, if you can see, I've got a few books with the book covers on there, so you can see the colors of the books. And I'll also show you a comic. So I've got asterisks that I downloaded here as well, and just look at the color. I don't know how well it's coming off on camera, but it looks so pretty. I think the only niggle that I have is when you go to these color books, it kind of takes a second to get the color. So if I'll show you what I mean. So if I press that, it takes like a second to glitch and then this color comes on screen. I think that's a little bit of a hassle, but you know what? I don't care. It doesn't really matter because it still looks beautiful. Colors are so pretty. It does not look overwhelming. It doesn't look really bold. It just looks perfect. And I kind of felt like I have been reading books on my iPad for a while as well, so on iBooks, and obviously, you know, like in the iPad, it's not necessarily an ebook reader, so the colors are bold, and when I read an asterisk over there, it's so much more different. But then when I started reading this, I realized why we need an e-reader, and you shouldn't just read off the iPad, because this is more close to a book than an iPad is ever going to get. So you can do all those different things with an iPad. You can say you're reading on an iPad, but it's not an e-reader, you guys. It's not. And for those of you who are thinking, is e-reader really worth it? Let me tell you something. I have been a paperback, a hardcover reader all my life. I have been reading books for like ever and have never ever felt the need to get an e-reader or listen to an audiobook or anything, but I did it anyway because I just like to cover more books, and sometimes you can't just carry a book everywhere. Although I carry 2-3 books despite the fact that I will not be able to. But the e-reader is so convenient. Every time I read in it, I feel like I have missed out on a lot of books that I could have read on an e-reader. When I picked it up yesterday for the first time and I was reading, I already like finished 2 books on this and in a matter of 2 days, and I was like, how did I get through so much? Just because it's easy. In some places you can't carry a book and go, but I can just flip through, and these buttons make it so much more easier, and I can just flip through and read it, and it is so convenient. So I immediately felt like I have missed an e-reader for so long, and I'm never not going back to not reading from an e-reader again. I'm definitely going to add more books, keep reading in my e-reader. Of course, I'm going to read all my paperbacks as well, or my hardcovers, but this is so different. I don't know how to explain it. I know that there are a few people who think e-readers are not like the best thing and books are so much better and things like that, and in some ways I agree with you guys, because you do need that smell of the books, the feel of the books, all of that. I agree with you, and that's why I have a bookshelf and I have lots of books, and it just makes you feel cozy. But sometimes you just want to read, and I think those times an e-reader is so much more friendly. It's so sturdy, and it has a good grip, so it's not like soft and it's not gonna fall off your hand. So that way I think the Kobo Libra is also good. Now the Kobo Libra also comes in black and white, just like the Kindle. It looks like this. There's a version of this, and that's about, I think, 8,000 or 9,000. I'm not sure, because I never really wanted to get that. If I was changing, I wanted to get a color one, and I think that was again one of the best decisions I made. The color one is so good, you guys. I highly recommend it. Of course, I just bought it. I don't know how this is going to be long term. I'm just thinking it's going to be good, because the Kindle always served me long term. I never had an issue until now that it started glitching, and this is like so many years old. So I'm thinking that this is gonna have a lot of lives before it actually starts coming apart, and I'm hoping this is for a long time. Another thing I really liked is that this also, you can use a pen. So there is a Kobo Libra pen as well, or a stylus, and you can buy that separately, and you can use it for highlighting your books. And there also is a separate folder called My Notebook. So you can start creating a notebook for yourself, you can start doodling, you can do all those things separately in notebooks as well. I don't think Kindle has all that, so there was additional features that I found here. I don't have a stylus per se, that's another 6K, so I didn't buy it for now. And I don't necessarily highlight my books. I actually like to keep my books in pristine condition. No offense to anybody who loves annotating and highlighting their books, for each their own, but personally for me, I don't like to mess around with my book as much. I actually tried annotating once, but then I never really could stick something on my book because I just couldn't imagine something happening on my book. I don't know why. So it was never really my cup of tea, and so I was not really gravitated towards the stylus and I didn't buy it. But for a reading point of view, I think this is a great buy. I of course will continue to read in this, and at some point as a long-term user I will give my review to let you know what I think about it. But for a first appearance, for an unboxing, for a first impression, for reading purposes, I think this is a really good buy. So if any of you are considering buying an e-reader and you're torn between a Kindle or a Kobo, I'd suggest go with the Kobo. But things are currently, at least in India per se, because if you're from the US or a UK, you have a lot of options in the Kindle, but you don't have that in India. So in that case, I would suggest to go for the Kobo, and it supports a lot of file formats, at least that's what it says. And I had a few EPUBs with me, and I kind of tried loading my EPUBs to try and read my EPUB here, but it didn't really work properly. I don't know why. I probably have to investigate a little bit more. So I put in my PDFs for now, and those are working perfectly fine. So I'm not really sure about how the formatting works, but it says that it supports quite a bit of formats, which is a good thing. So probably something that I need to work myself around as well. So there you go. That's what I think about the Kobo Libra Color. If you love this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.